Hey guys, sorry for the random video, and sorry if I kind of look a little rough. I've been crying. Before you think anything, though, it's not for a bad reason. I've been crying because, good reasons. And it's that time of the month, so my emotions are kind of like times 10 through the roof and whatnot. So, yeah. Let me give you a little story time here so I can explain. January 4th of this year, it was a pretty hard day for me. It was the beginning of the spring semester. It would be my second spring semester, so like ever, where I go. And that particular day I was like super stressed out, and my boyfriend at the time, we're gonna call him my ex, because that's what he is, and I don't want to mention names. So anywho, my ex at the time and I were fighting. We had been doing that for about a week or two before Christmas Eve, like a little bit before Christmas Eve, and then like a lot after Christmas Eve. Which Christmas Eve was the last time I ever saw him, which I'm totally fine with that. But basically, it was a whole transportation thing. He wouldn't come and see me, and see, we were long distance. He lived an hour away, and I was always the one that was coming to see him, and because I had the car at the time, he didn't have a car, and basically he wouldn't come see me, although he could ask his cousins or his aunt and uncle to come and see me, like bring him like to a halfway point in between us for us to hang out, and I would bring him home or whatever. At least he can come and see me, like actually physically come from up there down here about halfway for me to meet them, any sort of effort at all, honestly. And well, he wouldn't do it, so he eventually basically what happened was we were fighting. I think he was at work at that particular time of the day, and I had told him, I'm like, look, I can only go to this certain place, which was that place in between us, and that's all I can do. I can't do it because my parents are protective, and my parents were also getting tired of the fact that I was the one for 5 months pretty much making all the effort, and he wasn't making any at all. So basically, we were fighting. He was cussing, I wasn't, so I tried to keep my cool and whatnot, and basically he was explaining like what they do every weekend, and he's just like, I don't have a car, all I got is gas money, and that's all I can offer. If you can't understand that that's all I can offer, then you can go screw yourself. Except he said, the F word, and go F myself, pretty much. And it was after that, like, everything was boiling up. He pressured me, and he didn't really care about me. You could tell when all he would ask for is like sex stuff. Like, literally every conversation we had was about sex, pretty much, because he would direct the conversation back to sex every dang time. And on top of that, which this was the sick and twisted part, and I probably should have realized this sooner, but I don't know. I'm a good person, so I guess I gave him the benefit of the doubt. But basically, what it was I would tell him like super, I think there's something in my eyebrows or something. No, it's just, wait, no, it was just a glare. Like, I would tell him important stuff and whatnot, And all he would remember is anything like sexual, I tell him. He didn't remember my birthday. He didn't remember my favorite color. He didn't remember a lot of my family's names, which I mentioned a lot. He didn't remember like small things about me and such. And all you would remember is the sexual stuff, and it's just like, dude. And the sick part is he's a virgin, so I mean, it's like, I'd understand if someone was like a sex addict and has gotten, laid a couple of times, but a sex addict and a porn addict, and a virgin doesn't add up. So basically, all that stuff was boiling and such. And after he told me to go screw myself, I had all I could take. I told my mom about it, and she basically was like, well, this is what you should say. So basically I said, look, I don't think it's going to work out between us. All we're doing is fighting. Every time we turn around about transportation, we never see each other, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I would see him, like, every weekend for, like, I mean, granted, it was for a long period of time, like 8 hours. But it was, like, once a week, surrounded by his family, which was awkward, considering his aunt watched me like a freaking hawk all the dang time and such. Felt like she was gonna jump down my throat every time I turned around. But it wasn't fun. So every time we got alone, he would try and get in my pants. So yeah, there was no affectionate cuddling without trying to get in my pants. There was no holding hands without trying to get in my pants. There was no kissing without trying to get in my freaking pants. It's like I couldn't do anything affectionate. And I would play with his hair, and he'd be like, why are you playing with my hair? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And I'm just like, suddenly I have to have a reason? Is it a crime to be affectionate? I think not. So that day I told him, I said, look, we're fighting all the time, and I don't think it's gonna work out. So he's just like, fine, bye. Literally, like, right after I said that, got the screenshot to prove it. And he's like, well, fine, bye. So he stopped texting, and then he comes back, and he's just like, well, obviously you don't love me since you said that. And I still didn't say anything, because, I mean, like, even though I wanted to, I'm just thinking, well, obviously you didn't love me since all you wanted was sex, so... And then it just went on, and literally, like within an hour or two, he posts on Snapchat, single ladies hit me up. Now tell me that doesn't sound like somebody that doesn't give a crap about the fact that he was just in a 5-month relationship with someone who cared deeply about, well, maybe not. Looking back, I don't think I cared as deeply as I do now about my current relationship, like, truthfully. But I still cared about him. I cared about his well-being, I cared about him, I supported him, like any good girlfriend should be doing. And, for him to say that, it broke my heart. And, within a couple of hours, this guy messages me. And I'm thinking, great. I'm getting hit on by someone. Lo and behold, it's my current boyfriend, Justin. He messaged me a few hours after the breakup. I think I was sitting on my bed, which is where I'm sitting right now, like right in the middle of my bed, literally bawling my eyes out, and here he is and he says, "Hey, beautiful," and I'm just like, are you blind? Are you blind? That chick ain't beautiful. Or at least in my opinion, I'm not. So, he tells me all the time, but I really don't. Sorry, babe, I don't believe you. But you can feel free to keep calling me that, because I know you're going to call me that anyway. So, by all means. But to get everything boiled down to why I look rough and I was crying earlier. I mean, try not to cry because I can already feel like the tears welling up. See, you can see. If you look really close, you can see my eyes are watering. But, I got to thinking why, for whatever reason, I thought all my exes, which I've only had 4 before my, well, no. Yeah, 4 before my current. I know, such a long list. You can, like, how many boyfriends I've had in my whole life, you can literally count on one hand. It's like 5. So, which is okay with me. I only plan to have 5 for my entire life, so sorry, babe, you're stuck with me for a while, which I'm sure you don't mind, so doesn't matter. Like I said, the reason I was crying is basically I started thinking how stupid I am for thinking all these guys before Justin cared about me and loved me, and looking back at it, I probably should have saw all the signs there, but I just didn't, and I kind of feel stupid for it. But and then I start to think, oh, if I met Justin sooner, because I mean, he and I went to the same high school, and I had a class with him, for God's sake. I mean, there were several times I remember standing in PE. Yes, we had PE together, I know. It's great. Awkwardness, me being in freaking shorts, and I hate my legs as it is, so lovely. But, I often think, like, I mean, I even thought there were times in high school during PE where I would just kind of look over him, because I mean, like, well, first off, he's a very attractive person, so of course I'm gonna stare at someone who's attractive. I mean, I'm human, come on. And I had a conversation with him a couple of times, and I wanted to have more conversations with him, but then I started thinking, well, he's in a different social group. Here I am, I'm over here with the weirdos, and he's over there with his friends. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't think it would mix. By the way, I'm sorry if the camera's moving around. My leg's getting uncomfortable, and my elbow is propped on my leg. And yeah, obviously I'm holding the phone. But point is, there were several times I wanted to have conversations with him, like several times. I was gonna walk over there and actually have a conversation with him, but then I don't know what it is. I just never did, and I even caught a couple of times where he would look in my direction, and I'd be like, obviously, like everybody else, I like looked away, because I mean, like, it's like, I'm staring at you, so let me look away. And at the time, he was with someone, so I mean, why should I approach someone who is in a current relationship with his girlfriend in PE with us? And she was like, I mean, she was kind of friends with me. I wouldn't really necessarily say that. She was kind of acquaintances with me. We talked, but, like, we're not super close, you know? So, she was in there with us, so, I mean, I didn't want to have to get in a fight, and I didn't really want to get in a fight because she's a nice person. So, I don't know. I think that if I had gotten with him sooner, that would have been great, but if you really think about it, like, after high school, it took me losing 97% of my friends. No? Yeah? 97% of my friends, which were all the really good friends, it took me losing all of them within a year after high school for me to change and be who I am now. Who I think I'm boring. Let's be honest. I was more lively when I was 16, 17, even 18. I'm 20 now, so I mean, I was more lively. I was more all over the place. I was more fun, more energetic. I personally prefer that version of me. And that's just my opinion. And around him, I don't know, I just get all mushy, like with my words and sometimes my actions. I'm a little shy person. I know that's hard to believe. Me, shy, I know it's hard to believe, but I am. I promise. But, yeah, my nose is running. That's what happens when you cry. Nose is running. But, I don't know, just Justin, if you're watching this, which I know you will eventually watch this, and you're still watching, even though it's like 16 minutes and 35 seconds into the recording, I just want to say you have no idea how much you mean to me. And it was one of those moments, Wednesday, which right now, for everybody who doesn't know, it's Monday, technically, since it's 12 something. Actually, I think it's almost 1. But, Wednesday, when he was holding me and such. God, I can already feel the tears coming back. See what I mean? Glassy eyes. I had one of these moments where I looked off. Because, he was, dudes, they were hugging, they're holding on to you, comforting you, giving you affection and such. Which I love, by the way, in case you didn't know. And I started looking off. And I couldn't help but think, so this is what love feels like. Like actual love. This is what it actually feels like. And I remember standing there holding on to him as tightly as I could. And praying, telling God, thank you. Thank you so much for bringing him into my life, for, I don't know, bringing someone into my life that I know can handle me, who can deal with my awkwardness, my shyness, my craziness, my worriedness, and my kindness, and whatever kindness I have in me. I remember saying, God, thank you so much for him. Thank you for bringing him into my life, because if I could feel this way for the rest of my life, I would be beyond grateful. It is so hard to hold back tears because it gets me so emotional thinking about it. There are nights where I sit here and I think about everything that Justin's done for me so far. And it blows my mind how someone could be so, I don't know, loving, caring, and kind and thoughtful like he is. It blows my mind. I don't think I'll ever get over it. Being able to feel like what real love is. Being able to feel it in my chest. And being able to experience it. Being able to show it back. That's the best thing in the world. Is feeling it and being able to show it back. And them fully accept it. You know? For all of those people that have watched this far in the video, I'm gonna end it now because I got school tomorrow. Well, today, since it's Monday. And I'm gonna probably melt into a little puddle of tears again. So I can already feel my nose running and such. And my tissue's on the other side of the room. But I'm gonna end this. Justin, whenever you watch this video, please, 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 either call me or text me directly after you watch it. Because I want to be able to know that you watched this so you can understand things that I can't physically tell you face to face, because I look at you and I can tell you a lot of things, but then there are just some things when you're not around that I can't tell you. Some things are hard to tell you. Because I know that I'll start getting emotional like I am right now, and I just don't want you to see me so vulnerable in this way. Aside from the bubbly, loving version, I just don't want you to see me upset, because I know it worries you. And, yeah, so call me or text me right after you watch this, because I know you will. So, for anybody that's gotten this far, I hope you enjoyed my story time and watching me slowly melt in a little puddle of tears and snot, which is gross, I know, but the moral of this video is be careful who you love, learn what real love is, and when you find it, hold on to it as tightly as you can, and do not let anybody, I mean anybody, take it away from you, because it is dang near impossible to find it again sometimes. Alright guys, have a good morning, night, evening, whatever your case may be.